Hey everyone. Okay, here is the second tractor I got. I don't know the absolute model offhand. I will check it in a bit and I'll include that in the description of the video or the title. But it's got a Briggs, what is that, 22 horse V twin. Has one of the worst mouse nests I've ever seen in a tractor. It was so bad, the starter was seized. I've actually broke the ring gear unfortunately on the starter. I have another starter. If it's the wrong starter, I will fix this one. But it did fire last night, so that's the main thing. I'm just using the shop vac right now to get the majority of the mouse nest out of this thing. Like I said, it is one of the worst mouse nests I've ever seen in a tractor engine. This thing was sitting in the bush, in weeds. Most likely the weeds were going up around this one for quite a while. The second tractor I got, I don't think it's as bad as this one. I think it was only maybe sitting since last summer. This one's been sitting for a couple years. It has to have been. But the spark plug wires seem to be okay. The electrical system appears to be okay. It, like I said, it does crank. I don't know about the carburetor. I'm not getting any life out of the carb solenoid. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully the carburetor is not too bad. The guy did say it ran when parked. So that's the famous words, ran when parked. It's a hydro, it's a foot pedal hydro, as you can see. This one back right tire is completely junk, so unfortunately it's got a pretty good crack in the side. The back left tire is okay. Both fronts are okay. So hopefully I can just get away with just replacing this one. But I might replace both of them with a matching set. The other tractor is a garden tractor. It has one back flat tire. The kids that bought the roper off of me, I might end up texting them and seeing if I can do a trade with them, get that one good tire back off of them, and then I'll give them another brim. If you guys watch this video, if you could send me a quick message and see if we can work something out. But here it is. I knew this had a mouse nest in it right from the beginning, and here it is. But I'm going to go through the engine, make it run. The oil's clean, so it was recently tuned up before it was parked, which is a good thing. We didn't really get much rain last night, so I was hoping the rain would help loosen up some of this crap on here and wash some of it away, but it didn't really work out that way. So that's why the carburetor cover's on there. But other than that, this one's actually already sold. It's going back out to the bush. It's, like I said, it's replacing that that really cheap tractor I put together last year. I'm going to be putting that one's deck on this. I got to put an electric PTO on this. I got to do a little bit of wiring on that aspect. This one's actually so bad, it's got a tree growing out of the seat. But it's got second gen steering. The steering's nice and tight on it. It's a shame it was left to sit like that. This is actually not a bad tractor. And unfortunately, this one's back for repair yet again. It's pretty bad this time. The carb is pretty bad on it. I'm most likely going to have to replace the carburetor. The deck isn't too good either. I think his engagement cable might be screwed up as well. Luckily, I do have one. I actually got two of them now. One on the red Craftsman has one, and I got one sitting in the shop. So I might end up having to replace his mower engagement cable. The deck is pretty bad on this machine. He has not taken care of this machine. It's not my fault why this keeps on coming back. The guy just does not take care of this tractor. This was a nice tractor whenever I sold it to him, and it's pretty beat up now. The paint's actually the only thing that's good on this machine is the paint. The gauges are still here. My oil pressure and voltage both still work. The seat's actually remarkably perfect on this machine. Just everything else. The brakes are seized. The deck, we literally had to drag it home with my LTX, and yeah, the deck's pretty rusty, and pretty much everything else is pretty rusty on it. The carburetor's horrible. I'll know more once I get into it. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please spring home.